throughout this journey from, you know, just wanting to qualify for the Olympia to becoming Mr. Olympia, a lot has changed. Your size, your protocols, your training, your nutrition. Obviously, there is a lot of effort and a lot of intensity put into everything you're doing to get from this goal here to becoming Mr. Olympia, and your physique has changed so much. How have you prioritized your health throughout that journey from 270-pound Samson on stage to 310-pound Samson on stage? How has the health aspect changed in that regard?
I think, when I first started, it's just like every young person. When you're young, you think you're unbreakable. You think everything is all, I can do anything and keep going and keep going and going. And part of it comes from maturity, because, a lot of young people, you can tell them now, that you have to take your health in priority. But when we're young, we all think that we met our bounce back material. It doesn't matter what we do. We're just going to keep getting better. But trying to establish and get that maturity thinking at an early stage and realize that this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon.
Right.
And you're going to need to be able to have a good longevity health. So trying to taper and be smart and listen. This is one thing, now I find it very crazy, because nobody's listening anymore. Right. Everybody thinks they know.
Right, I agree.
And nobody's willing to listen anymore. What we do has already been done.
Right.
The wheel has already been created. So watch the guys that have done it. I always say success leaves clues. Watch the guys that have done it and still healthy now. And that's, as much as it is, people say, oh, what bodybuilders do you look up to? And I say, guys like Dexter Jackson, Jay, Brandon, I look up to, because they've been around for a long time, and look at them now.
Right.
Who would want to look like them? Who want to have a career they have? And you have to look at those guys that have done it and say, okay, what did they do?
Right.
They prioritized their health at early stages, and they had that same thing all through the career, and that's why they are where they are now, and they're still healthy.
Right. So the ambition that comes with being younger and starting and not really looking at health, but looking at just ambition and being the best, the reality that hits you that your health is important, does that happen just because of age, or is it like, do you just look in the mirror one day and you go, man, I put on a lot of muscle, maybe I should check things out? Like, what is the catalyst that makes you go, you know what, I need to look into this just to make sure I can be a Dexter that competes till he's 50, or a Brandon who's in his 40s now?
I think it's part of it, most of it with maturity.
Okay.
Because I think when you're young, no matter how much people could tell you, you know what, you need to make sure, be careful, be your healthy and whatever, you feel great. So you're like, yeah, I'm fine, I don't care. And I think when you start going through life and you start going through a lot of things, and you start seeing that, yeah, you want to be around for a long time, that part of you starts asking questions, going, okay, right, am I really as healthy as I need to be? Do I really think I can just burn the candles on both ends and just keep going? And, even though we believe that we can tell people this, a youth, no matter how much you sing it to them, I don't think, some of them, don't get me wrong, some of them will listen, some of them will, yeah, I get it. But also, I know what it was like when I was younger, and I was headstrong, and I wanted it no matter what. I knew I would do whatever they told me. I would do whatever it takes. But understanding that, you sending that message across and say, look, you can still get this, you can still go full on, but there is a healthier way of doing it.
So there's two things I think that came to mind. I've never seen a Mr. Olympia talk about this, number one. So do you think the fact that you are Mr. Olympia carries more weight? And we're always going to have the younger kids who are, starting out, let's say they're 20 to 25 or whatever the age, that just don't care. They're just they're so ambitious that they don't care. But in saying that, we also have never had a Mr. Olympia come out and say, you're the first one, really. We've never, even before you, Hadi, Rami, Brandon, Phil, Sean, we've never had a Mr. Olympia say, hey, this is something you need to look into. So how influential do you think that will be, or do you think the young mindset will still brush it off?
I think, from my point of view as Mr. Olympia, one thing I wanted to do was always show not just the good and the profitable side of it. I want to show the hard part of the journey is. So if anybody's watching, anybody's listening, they can see what it takes to do this, everything, and understand that, okay, this journey, because when I was coming up, as you said, no Mr. Olympia ever talked to half of these things. No one ever spoke about the line that comes with it and the line you could cross when it comes to this. Right. So being in my position now, I want to feel like, okay, you know what? I don't know if everybody will listen, but I know I'm in a position where I can speak because I've come from all the way from the bottom all the way to the top.
Right.
And I can say to you now that this is something that you should think about. And if you're out there and you're listening and you're thinking, okay, it's something worth thinking about, I'll say, please,
Yeah.
really go for it. Really think about it.